Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, making the big time, CubCrafters earns SEC qualification. Archer Aviation selects manufacturing location. United Airlines grants 5% pay raise to pilots. Welcome to Airborne Unlimited. I'm your host, Holland Lee. Let's get into today's stories. Making the big time, CubCrafters earns SEC qualification. CubCrafters has confirmed that it has been qualified by the Securities Exchange Commission to make a heavy-duty $50 million public stock offering using the Regulation A+ exemption, which allows for the first outside investment ever in its history. Advised by Manhattan Street Capital, CubCrafters intends to raise up to $50 million in investment capital from its fans, customers, aviation enthusiasts, the investment community, and the general public. The offering price for first-round investors is $5 per share with a minimum investment of only $400 per investor. CubCrafters currently boasts more than a 2-year backlog of orders for their aircraft and has been innovative throughout its history in terms of whole aircraft as well as aircraft mods and upgrades. The proceeds of the offering will be used to increase manufacturing capacity and reduce new aircraft customer delivery times. The company will also make investments in growing its customer support capabilities and accelerating product innovation, all of which will enable the company to expand its reach in the rapidly growing domestic and international markets for both adventure and utility aircraft. While many U.S.-based general aviation aircraft manufacturers have been sold to foreign entities, often with ill effect, CubCrafters intends to remain American-owned and operated. And after the break, Military Aviation Museum proud new owners of A6 M30.
Throughout the globe, Piper Aircraft has hand-selected the very best in company representation, service, and support. From first inquiry to acquisition to product support, Piper Aircraft ownership is seamless and worry-free. Piper Aircraft authorized dealers, factory trained, factory connected.
Unbridled passion, unequaled performance, unlimited possibilities.
Hartzell Aviation, you are cleared for takeoff.
Introducing Hartzell Aviation, leading general aviation companies united by the Hartzell guiding principle of built on honor, a commitment to uphold the highest standards in quality, performance, and support. Hartzell Propeller, Hartzell Engine Tech, Hartzell Aerospace Welding. We are Hartzell Aviation.
Now boarding at hartzellaviation.com.
Skyleader Aircraft offers a lineup of the most powerful, durable, and efficient light sport aircraft in the industry. From trainers to roomy cockpits for long hauls, Skyleader has an aircraft for you. And the best part? They're in your budget. Skyleader's base prices are set low to give you room to customize your aircraft to your needs, desires, and wallet, allowing you to put your money where it matters to you most. Visit flyskyleader.com today to learn about our aircraft, customization options, and chat with the team.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some other interesting stories. Military Aviation Museum proud new owners of A6 M30. The Military Aviation Museum announced its acquisition of a rare, well-kept Mitsubishi A6 M30 restored by Legend Flyers in Everett, Washington. The particular Zero CN3148 sports a khaki paint scheme just like it had during its wartime release in 1942. Once salvaged by an enterprising John Sterling, the plane wound its way through the usual rounds of horse trading and sales before restoration in 2011. To date, the aircraft has not yet flown wearing its fresh new livery, no surprise given the rarity of surviving Zeros today. American Airlines pilot survey signals curiosity in hypothetical APA-ALPA merger. The push to integrate the Allied Pilots Association with the Airline Pilots Association has gained another blip of momentum following a survey of APA pilots this week. AA Pilots for ALPA has long maintained that American Airlines pilots, quote, need union representation with the resources worthy of the largest airline in the U.S., end quote, and they believe that can best be served with a merger of their current union and the larger, more established ALPA. Department of Air Force issues guidance for flights during pregnancy. The Air Force has developed a handful of products and policies to help aviators navigate their work throughout their pregnancies. The DAF issued an April 2022 clarification of previous policies pertaining to pregnant aircrew, getting the ball rolling in a system-wide effort to develop an easy risk assessment tool to help go, no-go decision-making on the ground. The resulting aircrew voluntary acceptance of risk document is designed to ensure that crews have tools that will allow them to make the most informed decisions. Turtle Beach revs up the flight sim market. Gaming accessory manufacturer Turtle Beach has unveiled an impressively competitive piece of equipment for flight sim enthusiasts with its Velocity One Flight Universal Control System, an all-in-one yoke and throttle stack. The Velocity One yoke breaks from the norm in flight sim equipment, bundling a handful of features that are often found across a handful of disparate products and peripherals. The yoke includes a set of 4 throttle levers, a trim wheel, and a trio of push throttle mixture prop controls in addition to integrated rudder and brake controls. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. Archer Aviation selects manufacturing location. Archer Aviation's new home has been selected in Covington, Georgia, where a new 350,000 square foot facility will produce up to 650 aircraft per year. The new location will abut the Covington Municipal Airport, allowing for more than 1,000 jobs to enter the region for production in the latter half of 2024. The eVTOL production facility will have expansion capacity of more than 550,000 square feet, sufficient for a production volume of more than 2,300 aircraft. Central to the deal was the pre-existing aerospace infrastructure of the state, in addition to the usual gamut of incentives offered to Archer. Georgia Governor Brian P. Kemp and company make for a competitive team, judging from the number of businesses expanding their footprint in the region. As part of their facility, Archer will receive an incentive package with land conveyance, tax incentives, and Georgia REBA grants, in addition to expected financing through the state's largest bank, Synovus. Commenting on the decision to locate the facility in Georgia, Governor Brian P. Kemp commented, quote, "Georgia has made nurturing innovation a priority as we work with businesses to define the future. Our established leadership in the aerospace industry was essential to landing Archer Aviation in Newton County," end quote. And after these messages, United Airlines grants 5% pay raise to pilots.
Aviation Safety Resources is disrupting the market for aircraft emergency parachute recovery systems. ASR systems are smaller, lighter weight, and offer longer repack cycles than similar products available in the current market. ASR has a recovery system available for every type of aircraft: sport, experimental, light sport, general aviation, urban air mobility, vertical takeoff and landing, electric propulsion, and unmanned aerial systems. Find the right product for your aircraft at aviationsafetyresources.com.
Well, hello, fellow pilot. I'm John King.
And I'm Martha King.
You know, we've all had our flying lives disrupted lately.
Well, King Schools is here to help you stay up to date with courses that you can access on your desktop, iPad, or iPhone. If you'd like a refresher or just want to expand your aviation horizons, we have a course for you.
So head over to kingschools.com/Rusty today for details.
Are you tired of tucking your phone under your headset to make a call and having cords and adapters strewn about the cockpit? Experience wireless cell phone communications and your personal music with Pilot Communications BlueLink 2. BlueLink 2 gives you a wearable link to 2 Bluetooth-enabled devices at the same time and can even control your phone and music. Use BlueLink 2 with your existing headset or a Pilot Communications headset from pilot-usa.com.
Welcome back. United Airlines grants 5% pay raise to pilots. United Airlines is giving pilots a 5% pay bump a few months earlier than anticipated. As stipulated in the Pandemic Recovery Agreement, the raise was set to go into effect for the May 2023 bid period. Unexpectedly, United, possibly spurred on by a quick return to profitability or tiresome contract negotiations, decided to let it happen earlier than planned. In a message to United pilots, Senior Vice President of Flight Operations Brian Quigley said the pay boost would go into effect in December 2022. Quote, "This is a show of good faith and a down payment," end quote, added Quigley, calling the raise an advance of sorts on a, quote, "market-based, industry-leading labor agreement," end quote. That statement rankled some United pilots whose union recently voted to reject a tentative deal that would have included 14.5% of raises over 18 months. They said the offer did not reflect previous agreement from the airline to improve several of its work rule provisions. The union has been unimpressed with what they called a wait-and-see approach to negotiations after the vote. A series of informational picketing events became the next focus of the United Pilots' union, making some wonder whether or not the raise was aimed at defraying some of the negative PR of the upcoming action. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne, and don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching!